Hello, Blue Justin here, still Justin, still not Blue, and it's time for the weekly haul. I said last week that I was actually only expecting one title that I'd pre-ordered for definite, so I didn't know how big this was going to be, so I was intending to just use it to just maybe pick up a few that were running cheap, maybe let you know about those at the same time. I'd been maybe after for a while but hadn't seen at a fair price. Really stupid. The one that I was expecting that was due out last Monday still hasn't turned up. But I do have a nice little selection for you over here, so don't go away. I'll be back in just a moment. Right, well, the first title I'm going to show you is I'm not going to go into any big deal about because you've seen it last week. It's American Mary. As you've seen, if you've watched my video from last week's haul, you'll have seen that this one did turn up last week, but it had a broken spindle. So Amazon sent me out a new one without a broken spindle, which is always a good thing. I will tell you a nice little story because I haven't got that many to go through, I don't think. I was a little bit surprised that, especially considering on Prime, they said that the replacement would take about 5 days to reach me, and I'm thinking, why? But I was even more surprised when a couple of days later it said this English or British title has been held up at customs. And then the day after that they said, we've sorted out the customs problems, don't worry, it should be with you on the day we told you it was going to be. I'm thinking, why is it going through customs anyway? And then when it didn't turn up on the day they said it was actually even going to arrive when they said they were going to replace it. I gave them a little phone call and they said for some reason, now possibly due to the fact that what they believe may be being the case, the nearest one, that apparently get them from the nearest depot to me that has them in stock. Now I still don't understand why they didn't have them in stock in the UK. They did a couple of days later and I could have got one the following day, which is very strange. But apparently the nearest one on the day when I said mine's broken was in Madrid. So they decided to send the English copy from Madrid through customs, which then got held up. So then it got delayed. Then they had to sort that out. And then I had to phone them up and say, what the heck's going on? And I'm a bit disappointed with your customer service because it's normally very good. And the second they turned around to me and said, yes, not only are you Prime, you've actually been with us for over 2 decades, haven't you? I thought to myself, I'm in here. And yeah, I got a voucher for money off my next title. So always worth calling. And by the way, insider tip, always try to call them if you're up in the middle of the night, because their night people seem to have a lot more autonomy than their day people, and they're much more likely to turn around and say things like, we're going to give you a voucher because there's no boss around and I can't consult them, or we're going to let you keep the one that you got that had the case broken and still let you keep the old one, that sort of thing. I don't know why it makes a particular difference, but in my experience, which is quite widespread, it does. So anyway, that's American Mary. Please quickly check my last week's haul video for any details on the plot on that one. Next up, I'm going to do my little anime type haul quite early in this video. Okay, but it's not going to be too long. It's only got a couple of titles. So anyway, I haven't found another Ruby release. I'm just using it as a general anime t-shirt because I happen to like the picture. So anyway, this one I found. I can't remember where I got it from. Where did I get it from? I still can't tell where I got it from. I must get this printout worked differently so I can see a couple of extra details. But this one is the 4K of Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. Now, I think this was down on my want list for quite some time, and I still think I wanted the special edition of the DVD. That was how long ago I put it on the want list, but never got around to updating it to even putting it into the Blu-ray list. But recently I saw it on a very good price, reduced from the recommended retail down for a 4K down to about £14. And I mean, I know that Final Fantasy is well known as a game, but at the same time, I think the movie must be reasonably well regarded, if for no other reason than they actually made the effort to make a 4K of it, which they don't often do for animated anime. I thought, sorry, I know animated anime is a tautology, but I think you get where I'm coming from. They don't usually put anime on 4K unless it's got a good reputation. So yeah, looking forward to seeing this at last. And very nice image there. And you can pick that up for, like I said, I think for about £14 if you're at all interested in that movie. Next up, this one is a UK release for what's it called? Heaven's Lost Property. Wish granting angelic android falls to Earth and meets up with the protagonist, starts calling him master, and of course he gets over enthusiastic with what he wishes for, given his hormones, and they always make them about that age, anime stuff. So he tries to control his common sense, and his heart's in the right place, but his hands are, however, a completely different story. Also, it says it's 15 rated with strong sex references. So again, animation that's not for the children. But yeah, seems like a bit of fun. Season 1 is only out in the UK. It's not cheapest for some reason. I'm not quite sure why I grabbed it, but maybe it was just a good idea at the time. One of those moments. Apart from the fact I just liked the idea behind it, but also possibly because I found that the US release of season 2, which isn't actually called season 2, as with a lot of the anime stuff, is called Heaven's Lost Property with a name after it, in this case Forte. And this one's a combo pack with the Blu-ray and the DVD in. Not that I'm interested in the DVDs, but same number of episodes, but in actual fact £4 cheaper, despite the inclusion of DVDs as well. And I believe I got that through the Amazon UK site rather than going to Amazon US and importing it that way. Like I said, I believe. I'm sorry I didn't make any more detailed notes. That's that anyway. That's what it cost me for definite. So I made a note. Obviously, the following on from the previous, so the same sort of plot situation, and it just looks like fun. And this one actually comes with a slip. Does it have a different cover? Yes, actually. Wow, I didn't realise. I've never actually looked. The inside comes with a different cover than the slip, and luckily, when I did that, I found out that it wasn't actually too revealing on the inside, and I'm not going to get into any trouble. So, anyway, right, on to something maybe a little bit more well known, or less specialist, shall we say. And let's get on with that. This is one that I don't think many of my viewers, yourselves, will necessarily have seen or picked up, because if you're interested in it, you'll probably have the contents in different formats already. So anyway, let's get on with it. This is the Zavvi exclusive Steelbook for Wonder Woman 1984 and Wonder Woman. I don't know why they put it in that order, because A, it's in the release order, and B, it's not the logical chronological order either, but they do. It looks, there's a nice front there. For what it's worth, there is a reason that it's okay. It's a very loose reason that I have for getting this one. I do not have a steelbook of the 4K of the original Wonder Woman. I do have the original Wonder Woman on 4K, so in that way, I'm only getting it for the upgrade of the case itself. I have Wonder Woman 1984 on Steelbook, so in that way, it's not going to be replacing that. In actual fact, I have both Wonder Woman 1984 Steelbooks. HMV one is so much prettier. I do have the HMV exclusive Steelbook of Wonder Woman, but that's the 3D one, which I think is the only Steelbook in the world that uses that image. So I'm very, very happy to have it, and it's certainly not going anywhere, even if I, just to keep one or the other type of thing, I'm definitely keeping the 3D in that steel. But I think this one was widely expected to be just, well, it certainly was by me actually, just the 4Ks, not including the Blu-rays. But from the description on the back, it seems that they've got everything in here, in the sense that it's the 4K and the Blu-ray of both films, if for no other reasons than they've got all the bonus content which is on the Blu-rays according to the back, which incidentally I'll just quickly show you there. In actual fact, I've got a couple of minutes and I'm interested myself to look inside. So I'm going to ruin its resaleability, and I don't care. You're my viewers, you deserve it. Marvellous people, that's what you are. So I'm just going to do it's not really a full unboxing like I go into huge detail, but just to not rip pieces of paper, because if you didn't know by now, I'm a keepy pieces of paper sort of guy. That's your front. Lovely spot gloss on the logo there. That's actually really nice against the matte finish of the black background of the rest of the steel. On the back you've got the Wonder Woman logo itself, again spot glossed against the matte black. Very simple, but very effective once the cellophane is off like that, glossy. So let's have a quick look inside so I can show you what's going on. You've got I don't know what they've done the layout like this. They got Wonder Woman 84 here, that's the 4K for Wonder Woman 84, and that's the 4K of Wonder Woman. And a heck of a lot more boring, the Blu-ray of Wonder Woman 84 and the Blu-ray of Wonder Woman. I know I said I wouldn't do a full unboxing, but it feels wrong not to at least show you the interior art now I've got this far. Sorry, let's get up. Oh. I was going to pull it out, but I'm going to have to. I'll just try to hold it so you can see. Hold that thing in the middle, and that's the interior art. And I'm going to try and stop too many reflections so you can at least see what's going on. But no, I think that's really nice set. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised there to find out that they do the whole lot, because I think some of both the original films on 4K Steelbook aren't particularly cheap, and if you haven't got them, especially if you haven't got them on 4K, for what, £30, which is the same price as a newish 4K Steelbook. In fact, cheaper than a newish 4K Steelbook in many cases. I think £30 for both films like that in 4K in a steel that might split opinion because of the simplicity, but then again it might be very attracted to, you know, not being over cluttered. I think that's a very good deal if you're a Steelbook fan, and I'm pretty sure, and as usual I'll pop it up here during editing when I check. I think they still have some left as Zavvi exclusives. So on to something rather different, which is another Steelbook though. It is an import, it's from Germany, and this is the Steelbook for Dragon Wars. It's something that I saw Pete Blu-ray Bullet Brit receive from a very kind subscriber of his, and I took one look at it and thought, oh, I like that, that sounds good. It hasn't got the most fantastic reputation as a movie, but I like dragons. What the hell? It's going to be fun, in my opinion. Like I said, this is the German Steelbook. Germany is one of the best places to get steelbooks and media books and that sort of thing, as long as it's not a film shot in a foreign language, because then so quite often you won't get an English language dub, and you will almost always only get the, like this one, the subtitles in German. So unless you can understand German, good on you. I wish I could. Uh, uh, that's a bit tricky. So yeah, it is unfortunately one of the very early releases of steelbooks. So although it isn't actually a nightmare in the sense it doesn't have the horrible great German age rating logo printed actually onto the steelbook itself. The Blu-ray banner is printed onto the steelbook itself, as is all the information on the back, which nowadays would be done on a separate piece of paper wraparound as a minimum, with separate back art, I'm sure. But I got this one off. Where did I get it from? I can't remember whether I got it from Amazon Germany, or whether I got it from, I think I might have done, because I think it cost me something like, even with the import charges, it cost me something like €6, which is about £5. It's just, even with the not preferred layout at the back, which is a great shame, I think it's certainly worth that. It's got unique art for the front, so that's really nice. The only thing, oh no, I remember where I got it from, and this is why I put this down here. I did actually order it from Amazon Germany, but for some reason it must have been a third part. They must have grabbed it from a third-party seller, and that third-party seller, of all people, was Music Magpie. So I got it coming through to me, and would you believe, absolutely perfect condition, which shocked me from coming from Music Magpie anyway. Not shocked, but pleasantly surprised, shall we say. But when you consider that it arrived in this, no padding, just, I know this is thinner than the bags that I do my shopping from the local supermarket in, this plastic. So I am so pleased to be on a route that seems to have post offices and postal carriers that are reasonably decent. So I'm, yeah, I did tell you that side only, didn't I? So thank goodness, because my dress is on this side. No peeking. I'll also have to blur it out. Cut it. If I do a cut a couple of seconds back, it's because I showed you the other side. Right. So yeah, but I cannot believe that it got all the way through, and some people are getting these well-packaged items and they're coming through crushed to hell from big companies. I get things from ordered from Amazon Germany, get sent across the channel or something by Music Magpie. They go through the post in something that's, honestly, I'm so lucky sometimes. Right, so I think we're now on to next little update. This next one is very, very nice martial arts package by Eureka. This isn't brand new. I can't remember how long it's been out. It's not been that long though. However, it is already down from a recommended retail of about £33. I got mine for 16, so it's about half the price it was when. Okay, not. You could probably get it cheaper than the recommended retail when it came out, but that's not bad. This is, oh, as you say, shut up, show us the blinking thing, Justin. Right, this is the Sammo, 3 films by Sammo Hung. You've got the Iron-Fisted Monk, the Magnificent Butcher, and Eastern Condors. It's 3 discs. I'm just going to read out some of the bits on the back. I don't think it'll take too long to go into all the plots of the different films, but needless to say, they are chosen because they're some of his best. They're from, all 3 films are from brand new 2K restorations of the original widescreen aspect ratios. Original Cantonese mono tracks are included for all of them. English audio options are included for all of them, as are English subs for all of them. Individual films, they're saying about specifically how they restored the specific soundtracks and whether they're mono and such. So they have newly translated subtitles for all 3 films, which is something I've seen a reasonable amount recently, which is very good because obviously in the past I think some of these films were not treated with the respect they deserved because they were such a small market, and now they are more and more people are appreciating cinema from this part of the world, spread a lot by the spread of physical media and the ability to access things from other parts that where maybe it wasn't before, and these marvelous smaller, sometimes boutique companies making the effort, like Eureka 88 Films and others, Screen Factory, Shout Factory, some obviously of course do different than others, Arrow, Indicator, whatever, but by in the past sometimes the subtitles have been, let's say, done on the cheap, I think, or quite inaccurate, so making the effort to actually, instead of just reusing what they could have done for free probably, or very small amount of money, redoing them from scratch is just shows a respect for the material, which I certainly appreciate, and goes to show that they're showing respect to the whole, the rest of the package. In my opinion, it gives an indication, even if it doesn't make that much difference, it goes to show that they're trying to show that they're committed, and I think it does. So we've got commentaries, brand new commentaries on Eastern Condors and the Magnificent Butcher by a martial arts cinema authority, brand new audio commentaries on the Iron-Fisted Monk and Eastern Condors by the Asian film experts, multiple interviews with Sammo Hung himself, talking about his work on each of the films, an interview with the actor and stuntman Yuan Hua, talking about his work on Eastern Condors, another interview with his work on Magnificent Butcher, and a live performance of Eastern Condors live from the 1987 Miss Hong Kong pageant. That I have got to see. I just don't know what to expect from that. That just sounds fantastic. And obviously trailers for all three films. So all sounds absolutely fantastic, and I'm so glad to have been able to pick this up recently. Now, actual fact, I just said that I think I've just said that I picked it up for about half the price it was recommended retail, and it's quite recent. I'm pretty sure in actual fact that the recommended retail at 33 and I got it for 16. That includes the fact that I got a £5, that was my £5 money back on the fact that they Amazon messed up my American Mary, not getting it to me on time, and they wanted to say sorry and, oh, you've been one of our best customers and we don't want to lose you. So I think that was, so I do actually think it's still actually about £21. So please don't go trying to look for it and hope that you can necessarily get it for that price. Hopefully it'll come down in future. I don't believe it has. I'm going to see if I can open it up, because I've seen strange different covers for this, and I'm thinking, how can you get more than two different covers in a single release? So I'm not sure. So yeah, those are your, I'll just turn it around. Right, those are your discs inside. I opened it up because I think one of them was loose. So you can see the cover on that side of Iron Fisted Monk. What's behind the other one? Oh, come on. No, Mr. No Title, thank you very much. That's very helpful. Not, I'm sure anybody who knows the films will be able to tell me which one's which. And if I checked my records, I could tell which one's which. But if you turn the cover inside out, obviously you haven't got the ability to have a choice of all three films, unless, yes, you probably have actually. The back describes all the details that you can read up on those, on the plots, etc. And I think the standard front inside the slip is Magnificent Butcher. I can see that there. That one inside is well done, Iron Fisted Monk. Which means that that one on the back only leaves Eastern Condors. So they do have all three covers, but you can only display, you can either display Magnificent Butcher and the standard back cover with the details on, or the other two covers separately, but everything all in one inside the slip. So I think they've done the best they possibly could without supplying you with, you know, exchangeable covers, which I think would be a bit over the top. Right, there's a few more to go. I picked up this week because I think it dropped in price. Not quite sure. This one is Black Lightning. Been after this for a while. That's why I think it must have dropped in price, which is why I picked it up. It's a DC series, and this is season 1. Only season 1 is available on Blu-ray in the UK. If you like it and you want to keep on getting it on Blu-ray, you will have to pay out more to bring it in from the US. And I will put up here any information I have on the US import region compatibility, because I do not want you to buy this and go, I really like it, I can just pick them up from the US, and then find out that you can't bring them in from the US, even though I could, because I got a multi-region player, but you can't play them. So I shall investigate that for you before I put up this video tomorrow. It's a very nice slip cover with very nice shiny title and characters, which I do appreciate them making the effort on. Things like that, very good. It's in the same universe as obviously all the rest, with the Flash. I think it's by the same creator as the Flash, actually. It's 13 episodes, and what did it cost? And at the moment, I picked it up anyway for £11.99, so less than £1 an episode. Not bad. It's got a pilot. It's got a Comic-Con panel deleted scenes, gag reel, and it's 15 rated for strong violence, gore, and drug references. I'm not sure how it fits in with all the rest of the DC universe, with the Flash and Supergirl and Arrow, etc. But I shall see when I start having to work out what order to watch everything in. I have watched some of them. I really like Arrow, though I haven't got that far, and I know that there is certainly a mid-run drop that I've been told about many times. But I shall see. This is another one that I saw that was going at a good price. It was sent to me by my standard looking out for price drops type site. However, I could have done better, and that's what I'm going to tell you about. And this is the 4K4 Shaft. This is obviously the remake or the reimagining with Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know how much of a comedy it is, but they do say it's the funniest action movie of the year on the back. So whether or not they turn it from too much of a blaxploitation action movie into pure humour, I don't know. But looking forward to seeing it for the first time. I like Samuel L. Jackson. And like I was saying, this one has been reduced quite a lot recently. It went down for a 4K down to £16 it was on Amazon, which is when I picked it up. However, I have since noticed that it is in Zavvy's 2 for £25 sale. So if you can, and there are a reasonably wide number of titles on that. So if you can find another one and you haven't got this and you're interested, I'd check that out, as long as you're willing to wait a little bit longer. It's not like it's going to sell out and Zavvi are going to go, oh well, we can't get them back into stock because it's limited edition and we don't have any anymore. They'll eventually get another one to you, even if they're slow or it gets damaged or something like that. So yeah, I'd say in this particular case, save yourself a little bit of money and go with Zavvi, unless you have a particular objection, which I personally don't. Next up is one that I've heard isn't his greatest, but is certainly far from bad. And I do like a nice little near future type of AI type movie, and this is Keanu Reeves in Replicas. I believe the plot involves him as an AI specialist whose family car accident kills his family, and he stops at nothing to bring them back, going against the laws of science, probably porting, I'm guessing it's sort of like porting AI stuff. I've heard a few reasonably good things about it. Like I said, I've not heard it's mega outstanding, but it's a sort of plot idea that, whilst it isn't unique, certainly is one that I think I'll enjoy. And with Amazon selling it at £1.90, I will, it's cheaper than Poundland. So if you're at all interested in that sort of thing, go and pick it up. And last one on this week's haul is a movie that I have never seen before either, and it's called Gone. This is Amanda Seyfried, who it's a thriller about a young woman who's forced to go on the hunt alone for a serial killer who she believes has kidnapped her younger sister. I believe from other sources that the protagonist, played by Amanda, was kidnapped like a year before to the day and managed to escape from this serial killer, and then when her sister disappears, she goes all out to make sure that she can save her sister in this harsh thriller. Contains a strong threat, as you'd imagine. So yeah, and it wasn't necessarily standing out. It wouldn't have necessarily gone, oh yes, that's something I desperately searched down and tracked. But the name I know, I think it will be quite interesting to watch. It's not got anybody saying that it's absolutely horrible or anything like that. And again, on Amazon, I'm not sponsored by them, I'm just telling you the facts. When I picked it up, it's £1.39. I mean, come on. It's half a pint of beer for something that will keep you interested for a heck of a lot longer than the beer's likely to last you, to be honest. Unless you're very, very good at nursing them in the pub and upsetting the staff. Right, so that is this week's haul from me. I'm hoping that the one title that I was expecting this week actually does turn up early next week. And just as a quick update, if you're still watching rather than have gone, oh, he's finished now, I'm going to run away. I actually contacted the Savvy who I've ordered it through, and almost impossible anyway. So anyway, right, next week hopefully that will be here, and it will be in next week's haul for me to show you, and hopefully it'll be something nice for you to watch. I do have a couple of other nice things turning up next week as well, and I don't think I've got that much ordered on top of that. So again, I'll be looking for a nice couple of pickups that maybe are on my want list, and I shall search through and go, oh, that's dropped in price, I'll pick that up, show it to you, put it on my shelf when I get enough shelves put up. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit like. Sorry if I had a little bit of a rant there about Savvy's customer service, but someone has to, and I have a YouTube channel, so I get to do it online. Please hit the like button if you did like it, as I say, because it really helps the channel. I've got another couple of planned videos coming up, and a couple that I'm working on the editing of, which is a little bit more complicated than usual, and hopefully will be up soon. So if you subscribe, please hit that will be appreciated, and also please hit the notification bell, because I tried to put at least one up midweek. I didn't manage it this week, unfortunately, but I normally do. I like to get my weekly haul up on the Monday, and then sometime during the week also an unboxing or something else which I've been working on. So thanks for watching, and please keep on enjoying all the TV, all the films, all the cinema trips that you're managing to get in at the moment. And as always, cheers.